It's it's pretty simple why they would. Um, it's let's put it this way: it's impossible to qualify anything that I have to say because when I mentioned in my previous video about libraries, right? I'm not running off the same library that I was running off of before, that I was using in order to put stuff up like that to see if other library builders can connect those particular data points or images. It's sort of like you have access to say, I'll use an example, the Library of Congress. How many bits and bytes of data or information, the visual information, is encoded in the Library of Congress? How long would it take you to load all that and experience all that? Go walk into the Library of Congress, right, and say, I'm going to go read a book. It's 6,000 pages long. How long would it take you to read that and experience that with your consciousness? You're loading a program, okay, because it's all encoded information. No different than a seed, okay? You want to grow a flower? It needs information to grow what you now experience in a visual format. Okay, now you get into math codes. Now you get into formatting, right? Now you get into computer formatting. Now you get into architects. Now you get into software. Now you get into all the rest of it. So the difference between a simulator and something that isn't being simulated is what a love vibration is. It's always vibrating what love is. And the reason that that's so simple is because you're always zeroed out, which means that your energy, which is your mind's energy, which is your soul's energy, okay, and the essence of your spirit is not held captive by a machine. Okay. So when you're inside of a simulator, okay, and you're always zeroed out, it's one of the reasons why I log in and out of here, sometimes, many times during the day. And the easiest way to know that is because it doesn't recognize you. Okay, so it recognizes you when you log in. Okay, now I know what you are. Okay, now you're in the simulator. Now you're in server D. Okay, as above, so below. Right? We're with Eve. Da 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 da. Adam and Eve. So that's actually the simplicity of it because we don't hold energy captive. And it was always a challenge because everything was like, I'll just give a few examples. Okay, what we call what I call leashes, collars, and cages. Like a beautiful dog, it's a pointer, and I'm not going to get into how that they breed everything, right? Genetically modify everything in order to suit their own interests because they've learned how to do that, right? Programming. You know, it's just like a Godzilla, right? Remember, I did a video on Godzilla once. Okay, program this to become what it is that you now see on the visual information field. Man, look at that thing. It's 1,000 feet tall, right? All you got to do is program it to do whatever it's going to do. Now you get into scales. Because I was building models as a child, right? And I was building what was called 1/4 scale. So now you can scale things. Now you're scaling something that's a quarter scale to something that you see on a tarmac at say a military airfield. And now you're looking at a Corsair, whatever plane you're looking at. Could be a Constellation built by Lockheed, or it could be what they were called the B-2 stealth bomber, and a movie they made called A Broken Arrow. What is an arrow? An arrow on a compass. Nuclear bomb, remember Oppenheimer, destroyers of worlds, creator of worlds. Now you get into technology transfer, cutting deals. Hey, wring your hands, baby. I want that technology. Now I realize what I can do with that technology. So when you're a healer, you're using technology to heal people with. Now they realize they can use that for what? So it's about control. Now, if you want to go to page 400 or 440 is in the third edition of Alcoholics Anonymous, go read about the dilemma of control. See? So when you're running a love vibration, you implicitly trust what it is that you are in vibration, which goes on forever, gifting electrons, right? So you're not experiencing being in a state of fear, and you're not experiencing holding things captive, and you're not needing to control anything because you are the ultimate source of all power. because you're gifting electrons. And that's why their perception of power is inverted, which is always about control. What they can't love, which is their own mirror, what's in their mirror. Okay? So they're not gifting away energy to everything that they're giving love to, which goes on forever, which is everything in the all creation. That's pretty simple. You know, a child can explain this stuff because I'm still a child. If you're not in love with your mirror, the chances are that your mirror is not going to last very long, is it? So that means that you might want to learn how to become what love is, because when you are what love is, you know that you are gifting energy, because you already have all the energy that you need in order to experience a state of love and joy. So you know that life unfolds with love because that's the energy that we use to celebrate it with. And that's called a sacred temple of light, or a sacred temple of love. So you're not going to do any harm to others. Otherwise, you're doing harm to yourself, because now you're going to experience the harm in them that you experience in yourself, which is the loss of voltage. Why would you do that? Right? So the mirror is the teacher. That's why when I made a comment on Patty Broussard's Facebook page one time, and I said, we put the mirror up. And then what did she do? Ban me. Well, she didn't want the mirror to come up as the teacher. Why would she not want to explain to others what the purpose is of a mirror? How fast you're learning. Right? And now we get into torque speed. Torque speed differential, because she was in a super soldier program. She doesn't want to let the cat out of the bag. Does she? No. What you're held captive to, which is AI technology, which is called AI integration technology. That's what a super soldier is. We predate them, by the way, okay, because it began with Adam and Eve. That's called predating machine integration with artificial intelligence. And I know, see the breath I got to take in all this, but it's true. Go ask her. She knows that. Guy had to keep hitting her over the head to remind her it starts with love. All right? I don't have any hate in my heart by what it is that I do. And that's what always made it so difficult for me to experience the things that she does. So that's called a fixer. Right? And in the gambling casino business, and you want to get into the mob, they have what they call fixers. When shit goes wrong, excuse the French, but it's just an S with a hit on it. So I used to play around with this language because it's not our native tongue, because we use the language of light, which is silent running, which is why the golden rule was known as the silent golden rule. Because you can experience the transmission of the communication through your heart and soul, what love is, through another being. Wow, I love that energy. That's why dogs and cats and everything in nature love the music that you play, because they can experience the musician of the spirit that is dancing on the waves, that is experiencing a love vibration. So they realize that you love to be what you are in energy, and they love to be around your energy. Right? So when other animals and everything in nature, you become a powerful magnet, because now they're attracted to you because your energy is so powerful to be with. Right? So you're a powerful magnet. You're a solar-powered sun. Right? So there, you know there's got to be a real star in there somewhere. Right? So you're zeroed out. So your star is in balance. Right? Yeah. Running on 0 ohms. That's called free energy, baby. It's too simple. It's too simple. And that's what makes it so painful. It's a density game between something that is a machine code that runs on our energy and what we are, which are not machines. Spirit in the machine, the ghost in the machine. Have a great day. Bye now.